Hello, today I'm going to show you how I made this quick Christmas card. The penguin I've used is from this set by Craft. I have used the large penguin from the set and I have given the card a little pop, didn't sound right, it does sound, little pop of colour in the background by using the Crafty Dinky Snowflake stencil and some red PBO paint. The only other colour on the card is the beak on the penguin, and I finished with a hand-drawn border. I hope you enjoyed the following video and thank you for watching. I used the large penguin from this set of stamps for my card, and I'm just going to ink up the stamp. And stamp it in the lower left corner of the card blank. I've also stamped the penguin onto a scrap of paper, and I'm going to use this to mask off my main image before I stencil. I'm using the snowflake from the Dinky range from That's Crafty, and I'm going to use the iridescent red paint from the PBO range. I thought this would give it just a nice pop of colour on my card. I'm going to spread the paint over my craft mat because I don't want it too dense, because I don't want it to come through the stencil and bleed underneath, so I'm just going to work a little bit of the colour off. I'll put my stencil at an angle over my penguin and hold it down and just gently pounce the paint on with my piece of cut and dry, building up the colour slowly. So as I said, I do avoid the bleed underneath the stencil. This is where you need about 3 hands. And then I'm going to remove my stencil, and that's just given, careful my fingers are very mucky, just given a nice little bit of pop behind the penguin, because I'm not going to colour him in, I'm just going to leave him completely black. I've used the Believe word off the set of stamps by That's Crafty. This is the Trina set. I do think for cards where you want to stamp a word or a greeting, acrylic stamps are really handy because you can see exactly where you're putting it. I'm going to position this up in the corner, avoiding the snowflakes. That's just gone on there like that. And I think I might finish this off now with just a little hand-drawn border around it. I folded my card in half to do my border, and I'm going to keep my hand in contact with my craft mat all the time. This will make me get a nice even line. And I will move my card round so I can keep my pen going at the same angle. I'm just going to go around all 4 edges. That's it done with just one line. You can leave it at that if you like, but I personally always like to give my cards a second line, because then if you haven't got a very steady hand, it does make it look like you're meant to be wobbly. And I do tend to wobble my second line because I'm going to do a few zigzags in between them just to add a little bit of interest around the edge of my card. the 2 lines, and all I'm going to do now is again keeping my hand in contact with my craft table all the time, is just do some zigzags. Don't know if you can see how well I'm actually doing this, whether my hand's in the way. Just some zigzags where I've got the white space between the 2 lines. And again, I'm just going to go around all 4 sides of the card doing this. That's all 4 sides of the card gone round, and it just adds a little bit of interest to the edge of the card. I hope you enjoyed watching this video.